The story opens with a scene of a violent clash among beasts. Precisely because of the existence of magic power in this world, it has spawned a multitude of demons and evil spirits. Not only that, in a nearby ancient tree, spots of light of all colors have appeared, and it is also due to the existence of magic power that humans awakening with special powers have emerged, including the SSS rank demon King Belphegor of the 5 elements. A group of people is slowly stepping into the gloomy darkness here. And we are the strongest awakened squad in this world, the God's Legion. In the rapidly unfolding scene, a youth with white hair appears. He announces, "My name is Bai Yi, and this is the 10th year I've led the squad." Suddenly, a giant beast appears from nowhere, constantly roaring. Our mission is to assist the highest-ranking authority, called God, by clearing out the demon den. Immediately after, Bai Yi firmly grips his sword and rushes forward quickly. Not only that, he loudly announces, "God's Legion, prepare for battle. This is the 100th high-level demon den we have faced." Right after, Enle rushes forward following him, enthusiastically replying, "God's Legion, Assassin Enle, Electric Element Class L. Roger that, Captain." Her face now shows unconcealed excitement. "Captain, this mission is designated as a Class L Purge mission." Even Xiao Lin smiles smugly and speaks up, "Ice World, God's Legion, Mage and Xiao Lin, Wind Element Magician Class L." They continuously stand behind him, supporting Bai Yi as he charges toward the multicolored ancient tree. Class L is the highest rank, but after finishing this, we can have a short rest. Suddenly, Lu 11 speaks up with a doubtful voice, "Falling Star, lead the way." Right after, the scene here is enveloped in a blinding light, and simultaneously, the system's voice constantly rings out, "God's Legion, support Lucian, Star Element Controller Class L. Strengthen the path, strength plus 200%, speed plus 100%, gravity increases 100 times." It seems all the light sources here are emanating from Bai Yi's body. And he just rushes forward very quickly, in the blink of an eye. Bai Yi's face has now become unusually serious. He stands still in the blinding light, as if everything around him has nothing to do with him. Slay the 10 directions. Suddenly, the system's sound draws Bai Yi's attention, "God's Legion, Warrior Bai Yi, Core Element Swordsman Class L." Behind the dense smoke and dust is his proud figure. Others are beside him, but none can seize his spotlight. SSS rank Demon King, Belphegor, has been successfully eliminated. Suddenly, Xiao Lin stretches and speaks with a resentful tone, "Damn it, it ended so quickly again. This is ridiculous." Right after, Enle beside him quickly replies, "Later, I'll go with you to find some demon dens to mess around with." Even Lucian beside them can't stay silent. He turns to Bai Yi and clears his throat slightly, "This mission has the highest rating, and they specially dispatched our entire team." The two stand there, intently watching ahead to where a terrifying battle just took place. "Bai Yi, don't you think finishing it like this is too easy?" Meanwhile, he calmly wipes the dirt off his sword, replying flatly, "According to the report, this Demon King was very special, possessing 5 types of elements plus an hidden skill." Suddenly, a slender hand reaches out toward Bai Yi, accompanied by a clear voice saying, "Hey, Captain." It is none other than Enle. Her playful actions make the other party feel embarrassed, and his face instantly flushes red. After this one ends, there will be a short vacation. "Are you going to treat everyone to a sumptuous meal?" She whispers into Bai Yi's ear without hesitation, "And our private date too." Right after, Enle is cruelly pushed away by him. He clears his throat and says, Yes, yes. Same old place in the capital city." However, she doesn't stop nagging, "Can't sneak attack again. How annoying." At that moment, Xiao Lin doesn't hesitate to criticize Bai Yi, "You really don't understand women at all." This remark doesn't make him pay attention. He slightly turns his head. Bai Yi slowly speaks up, questioning, "That person hasn't arrived yet." Immediately after, he receives an answer from Lucian. He said he's going to clean up the mess behind the scenes. But just now during the fight with Belphegor, he didn't make a move, did he? Enle quickly chimes in, "He's always the most nagging one. You know that, right?" Even Xiao Lin can't remain silent anymore, but usually, he's also the laziest one. Suddenly, a silhouette appears in the distance, observing their every move. The figure raises his hand to the sky and says in a cold voice, "Purge mission." The mysterious person constantly smiles with glee. After stirring up the atmosphere for a while, the figure makes a decision: initiate. In the blink of an eye, Xiao Lin, standing in the distance, is shot through the forehead by a copper bullet in shock to those nearby. Bai Yi whirls around with an angry glare. As for Enle, she is so terrified that her eyes widen in horror. Even Lucian is stunned speechless with fear. A moment later, after Xiao Lin lies cold on the ground, they manage to shout, "Xiao Lin." While Bai Yi is grinding his teeth in anger, a voice unexpectedly rings out, "This is the true mission God bestowed upon me." His entire body begins to tremble in an instant, along with a faltering whisper, "Body cannot move." Suddenly, Bai Yi's attention is drawn by a nearby voice, and he spins around. In the past month, all the meals have been mixed with a paralyzing powder. Far away is the sight of a huge tree trunk, continuously releasing a colossal source of energy. According to the system, God's skill, forbidden vine. Suddenly, God steps out from within, stating, "I want to completely wipe out you strongest ones." Along with his words is the scene of Xiao Lin, Enle, and Lucian being tightly bound by vines. "If you don't prepare the most thorough plan, it won't work." They keep whispering, "Seriously, what's wrong with you? Did you drink the wrong medicine? What are you doing?" Suddenly, the system rings out continuously, effect, causes enemy temporary unconsciousness and loss of all defense. God slightly clenches his fist. Along with it, his cold voice cuts through, "It is the decree of God. Class L purge mission means purging you people." Immediately after is the sight of vines tightening around the hostages' bodies, a scene that causes Bai Yi, witnessing it, to shout in horror, calling out each team member's name, Enle, Lucian. Not only that, other vines are also rushing toward him with astonishing speed. In the blink of an eye, Bai Yi is tightly bound by them. This makes him extremely furious, his eyes just stare wide open. But unfortunately, Enle is squeezed so tightly that she spits out a mouthful of fresh blood, and her eyes begin to turn white. Under God's control, everyone seems to be having their life force drained in a short time. Meanwhile, Bai Yi continuously questions, "Why?" He now seems extremely angry, his voice getting louder and louder, "Why? Why must you purge us? God's legion has never crossed the line before." Bai Yi is completely consumed by rage. His eyes begin to fill with hatred as he shouts, "Which God is it? Based on what right?" He furrows his brows and questions loudly, "Based on what right do you treat us like this?" Suddenly, God kneels on one knee. He slowly speaks, "Former captain, are you still this naive?" In the blink of an eye, God vanishes from this place. In an instant, this place is plunged deep into bloodshed, and God's voice constantly echoes, "God kills you." One life after another falls under the vines he controls. Does killing require a reason? Even Bai Yi is no exception, he is even treated more brutally. However, with his last breaths, Bai Yi still tries to interrogate the opponent. "Then, what about you? Aren't we teammates? Together for over 10 years. Weren't we like family?" The words Bai Yi uttered made God wear a smug smile. He slowly replies with a provocative tone, "Teammates, family. You still don't get why I'm doing this, do you?" God's words continue to ring out coldly. Drops of cold sweat stream down Bai Yi's face incessantly. "From the first day we met, I had already set up this piece on the board." In a flash, Bai Yi is released by the vines. At this point, God announces, "You have always just been pawns." He silently observes Bai Yi's body gradually growing cold while continuously explaining, "In order to gain your trust." God slightly points a finger at the opponent with an expression of contempt. "I've been acting in this play with you for so long." His action leaves Bai Yi utterly bewildered, his eyes wide open. I also feel utterly disgusted. Immediately after, a copper bullet pierces Bai Yi's brain, causing him to pass away. Not just him, but also his awakened teammates. May 22, 2125. Confirmed entire squad deceased. Class L purge mission complete. Finally, I can rest for a while. However, Bai Yi, having a great destiny, did not die immediately here. His body continues to tremble. In the darkness, a deep, flirty voice draws Bai Yi's attention. "Hey, let's make a deal, okay?" His entire body is bound by iron chains. His voice becomes hazy. Where is this? Before Bai Yi now is the figure of Belphegor. The demon bursts into laughter with delight. Handsome man. This voice makes Bai Yi startle slightly. He spins around behind him with eyes full of horror. He questions in confusion, you are Belphegor? You aren't dead yet. Immediately after, the demon replies with a tearful attitude, sorry, but an SSS rank demon king can't be killed that easily. The demon hovers in mid-air with an excited smile, saying, this is my soul space, and the entire Nai kingdom is my true life force. Belphegor's words leave Bai Yi stunned speechless. Stop the nonsense and get to the main point. I can sense that you, like me, are currently filled with extreme hatred. In an instant, the demon transforms into a giant beast and roars non-stop, therefore, I want to make a deal with you. My hidden skill is called life reversion. However, Belphegor quickly returns to his normal appearance. He grips Bai Yi's shoulder and says, it can send you back to the distant past and give you a chance to atone and change everything. He wears a mocking smile as he asks the question, do you want it? His words cause Bai Yi to fall into deep thought, his eyes slightly lowered. The image of Anla suddenly appears in his mind. This causes Bai Yi's eyes to waver incessantly. As soon as he thinks of Xiao Lin's radiant smile, Bai Yi's eyebrows slightly furrow in fury. Not only that, but also Lucian's calm demeanor. The four of them had accompanied each other for a long time. Thinking of this, Bai Yi's mind is completely enveloped by rage. His eyes narrow in contemplation. He unintentionally recalls God's mocking smile and the tragic departures of his comrades. Thinking of this, Bai Yi quickly makes his choice. I want to kill him. Not only that, but also the images of the mysterious people and that group of lofty gods. Belphegor's mocking smile is deeply etched in Bai Yi's mind. The demon shows no surprise, exclaiming, oh, your answer is within my data. That's enough. Then I will help you one last time. Belphegor slowly takes out a warm heart. Consider this a welcome gift from me to you. Bai Yi quickly becomes solemn and questions, but why do you want to trade with me? And what is the price? However, the demon doesn't answer him, but just smiles excitedly. Everything passes by as a clear voice constantly rings out, forcing Bai Yi to open his eyes. Bai Yi, don't sleep anymore. The person facing him is Teacher Huang, who shouts irritably, hey, Bai Yi, get up for me now. Year 2105, Kingdom G, a vassal state of the Saint River Kingdom, awakened middle school. These words shock Bai Yi. He can't help but mutter in confusion, have I really gone back? He slowly looks into his own palm. Bai Yi still cannot believe what he is witnessing. He repeatedly asks the question, I've returned before awakening.